Next question, what is your technology plan for a district doing more with less? What is your technology plan for a district doing more with less? And we're going to start out with Mr. Moore this time.
We have been spoiled a little bit here in KISD, but you know that we have some elementary schools that are overcrowded. And every day those teachers do more with less because they have to pick up the slack. When I said pick up the slack, it goes beyond just materialistic things in the building because you have to deal with the kids' physical and emotional side of the house to educate a child. We have to, if it comes to it, we will have to realign, and we'll just have to come together as a community to realign. Other school districts have done it, and we will have to do it. And there's nothing wrong with naming a school two names. Coppice Cole have 2 or 3 schools with 2 names on top of it. A building do not teach a kid. Classroom teachers and mamas and daddies teach kids.
If I understand the question, you said, what is the plan to do more with less technologically? Well, certainly we can look at what some other school districts have done. I know that a big expense for us are textbooks. For those of you who have children in schools, they very rarely come home with those textbooks for whatever reasons. I have kids at almost every level. So one of the things we can do is look at what some of the other districts are doing with technology, whether it's having their books online or the different technology apparatus that's out there. That could be one way to reduce costs. The other thing I believe is that we have to better train our teachers. You know, the kids of today, it seems like they were wired knowing how to do everything. I have a 4-year-old who is better on my iPad than I am, unfortunately. And so with teachers who are not of this generation, I think that we do have to expend some time and energy ensuring that they're up to date and hopefully even ahead of the curve so that they figure out innovative ways, creative ways to use technology to get across to the students.
Originally, technology was designed to assist the classroom teacher in providing instruction for her students. And then somewhere along the line, we've gotten so far away from that tracking. Naturally so, technology is the rave and our students are going to need it. So I think we have to go back and make that initial decision and focus on that purpose. Then we have to keep in mind, man, the minute you buy that piece of equipment, it's probably obsolete. So we're going to have a long-range plan, 3 to 5 years, to determine how we're going to use that technology to support our students.
Didn't forget this time.
We spend a tremendous amount of money on technology, and just like Mr. Rainwater said, as soon as you buy it, it's almost obsolete. We try to do a lot of replacement. We've got a 3-year cycle replacement on computers for laptops for our teachers, I believe. So we try to stay on top of that. We've also instituted bring your own device, where students can bring their own device, and sometimes if they don't have them, we're out looking for used devices that they can also use. So we've instituted that. I know we've got a neighboring district that's using, I think, iPads, or Belton's using iPads for their high school students. I believe that's probably unsustainable. I don't think you can continue that path because I think it's too much money to be able to do that. But I think we're looking at innovative ways already to use technology, and I think we've done it in the classroom. We've got projectors in our classroom. We've got cameras, document cameras, and things like that. So I think we've made some big strides in technology in the classroom, and I think we've really leveraged our money well and have done a pretty good job with that.
As I said, one of my degrees is computer information systems, so obviously I'm a techie. I integrated technology into the curriculum as much as possible to make my activities, my lessons engaging. But one of the things I did find is what she was saying, that you have some teachers who are not as trained in computer technology. So they're going to be a little bit more resistant. And I think one of the issues is spending the time to train them how to make their activities interesting and engaging. We spend a lot of money on smart boards and projectors and all these things that are not being utilized, and they're very expensive. So instead of spending more money on these things, let's give them to the people that actually want to use them versus buy them all the way across the board, because that's a lot of wasted material. But again, but it's supposed to be a resource. Okay, it's not something that, it's not what the main goal of teaching. We have to go back to education. Remember, the focus is it's a resource.